Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, what I thought we would do today is kind of do a follow-up to a couple of our videos in reference to free agency and the Giants. The question is going to be, and we had a list of free agents that we thought the Giants should be interested in, and we did a couple other podcasts and videos about free agents that people are saying that the Giants should be interested in for whatever reason. So what we've done, we have chosen 3 players to update. And first player we're going to update is going to be Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick, of course, is over at Jacksonville Jaguars, defensive end. He's a gentleman that had the issue with Tom Coughlin, and a couple weeks ago he posted the picture of Lawrence Taylor on Instagram, and everyone was like, oh, that's the secret message he's coming to the Giants, that he's a Lawrence Taylor fan, and he grew up a Giant fan. Well, and then people seem to forget also on Instagram he posted a picture of Derek Thomas. That's neither here nor there. Dave Caldwell came out a couple weeks ago, the GM of Jacksonville, and said, getting a deal done for Yannick should be easy. Now, we don't know if he meant it in reference to the salary cap or if he knows something that he's not letting on because, it's not the start of free agency. But then Yannick a day later came out with a cryptic post that basically, if you read between the lines, saying there's no deal done yet. So again, you see the Giant fans going, oh, see, he's still thinking about coming to the Giants. Well, we've broken this down before, and we're going to break it down quickly again. Yannick is a very interesting player. Now, he's from Maryland. His family lives in Maryland. He went to the University of Maryland. Are we seeing a pattern yet? If you go back, what we did is we actually had the University of Maryland pull his bio for us. One thing that he mentioned in his bio, I can't remember if it was year 2 or year 3 bio, that he has love for his home team, the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, and then if you dive deeper into a little bit more into Yannick's life, we found a couple high school articles that basically say that his favorite playing growing up was DeMarcus Ware, of the Cowboys. Now, again, you take that from what it's worth, but if he's looking to make a move to the East Coast, more than likely, he's already on the East Coast, but I should say, I should rephrase that, if he's looking to move up north, and on the East Coast, the Ravens would probably be the team that he's looking at, in particular. Now, of course, are the Ravens interested? We don't know. Are the Ravens have the salary cap? We don't know. But there's so many other variables besides him posting things and Dave Caldwell posting things on Twitter. And we called 3 weeks ago, we called a friend who knew a player who knows Yannick, and he basically said there's nothing off the table. And we made a follow-up phone call again, and that same player said the same thing to my friend, that, Yannick will be looking at all options available. Did he get soured with Tom Coughlin? Probably. But, of course, Tom Coughlin is no longer there. My question to Giant fans in general, do we want to pay $17 to $19 million a year for an 8-sack guy? Now, we did a breakdown of him, Yannick, a couple weeks back, and we compared him to Olivier Vernon. Now, I get blasted for this, but a lot of people don't watch the film. Yannick can't play the run. He's taken out of too many run plays all the time. I mean, we did a 4-year breakdown comparing his statistics to Vernon's, and Vernon had almost double the amount of tackles. I mean, so, yeah, Yannick has the potential to be beyond an 8-sack guy, but when you have a line that included Calais Campbell and Josh Allen, now remind you, Josh Allen played half the amount of snaps that Yannick did and had more sacks. I mean, think about that for a minute. You're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the sack guy. You're the big free agent. You're the 17th ranked free agent on Pro Football Focus. But you only get 8 sacks, and you're on a line with Campbell and Allen has more sacks to you, and he only played half the amount of snaps, and you can't play the run? I'm sorry, guys. Cryptic messages and all, $17 to $19 million for a year for a guy that's going to, get us 8 sacks. He's Vernon. He's Vernon who can't play the run. And like I said, our contact has basically said that at this point in time, everything's on the table. What that means, I don't know. Take it for what it's worth, but that's just what it is. Now, player number two we spoke about is Jack Conklin of the Tennessee Titans. We had mentioned previously that we would hope that the Giants would be interested in him, and we heard, this was going back almost 3 weeks ago, we heard some rumors and some scuttlebutt around East Rutherford that Conklin would be a player that would be targeted. So it just came out a couple days ago from a few Giant reporters that that Jack Conklin is going to be looked at by the Giants. There's all indications that Dave Gettleman is going to look at Conklin. And like I said, we reported that a couple weeks ago. But there's a couple things about Conklin right now. The rumor mill has Conklin, potentially looking at also Arizona, Miami, and the Bears. And he just posted an article, had a couple articles a couple weeks ago saying that he wants to come back to the Titans. Now, the Titans, of course, declined his fifth-year option, and you could take that any way. I mean, Conklin did have a great rookie season. He's kind of come down a little bit, come down to earth. But he's a 25-year-old a road paver, excuse me. He's not much he's an okay pass blocker, but as playing the run, Conklin's got some skills. Conklin is strong. Conklin's got some strength. So I mean, it's a person that with Jason Garrett's offense that probably we should look at, because if we're going to go more towards the Dallas offense, we're like running with like did with Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, Saquon's going to be busy. So one of the things that we need is some guys in the offensive line that can plow the road. And like I said, it's just one of those things that. The rumors just started coming out again. We posted the rumors like 3 weeks ago. But now the noise is getting a little louder. So, I mean, do we need someone on the offensive line that's 25 years old and has the ability to clear the way for Saquon? Yeah, and like I said, he can. Hopefully our offensive line coach can help him with his pass blocking techniques. But like I said, he's better at the run than he is the pass. 25 years old. Like I said, but... Like I said, he may come at a steep price. The Titans not picking up his fifth-year option could mean anything. It could mean that they're just turning around to sign him to a long-term contract. I know that he's had some injury concerns, some injury issues, but he did play 15 games this year. So you know what? I think he is someone, again, we should keep our eye on. If what we're hearing out of East Rutherford is true, that is someone that is on the Giants board. And like I said, we only report what we hear. A lot of times it's true, a lot of times it's not true. But like I said, we pull other sources beyond the internet. So like I said, we reported this almost 3 weeks ago. So he's very interesting to take a look at. The other person that we had on our list was Corey Littleton, the inside linebacker of the Los Angeles Rams. Now, Corey is interesting now. With Luke Kuechly's retirement, Corey Littleton is probably one of, if not the premier inside linebacker in the league. And he is going to be one of the premier free agents in 2020. His value has just shot up because of Luke Kuechly's retirement. There are a few quality inside linebackers currently playing in the NFL. And a team that needs an inside linebacker is really going to look at Corey Littleton, which tells me that he is going to be overpaid in the market. Right now, the Rams have about $21 million in cap space. I mean, will that be enough to sign Littleton and Dante Fowler? I don't know. And they have other free agents they need to pick up. So is it going to be something that they take a look at and let him go? Now, one of the teams that there has been some rumors now coming out are the Carolina Panthers. Since they lost Kuechly, they have about $26 million in free agency right now, which is only $5 million more. But they can also there's also another $7.2 million going to be included on that with Kuechly's retirement. So if they get into a bidding war with the Rams are going to lose. So, I mean, I think that at this point in time, Corey is going to be – he is a good player. I don't know if he's a great player, but he's a good player. But I think he is going to be overpriced in the free agent market. And the other thing I took a look at is one of the reasons I don't think Corey Littleton is going to go back to L.A. is because of who they signed as the linebacker coach, Brandon Staley. Now, Brandon's only been in the league for about 3 years now. He's worked for the Bears and the Broncos, but he has a tendency, when you say linebacker, to have a different type of player in that linebacker position. I mean, he's coached Von Miller, Bradley Chubbs, Khalil Mack. He also coached Leonard Floyd, and Leonard Floyd, like I said, worries me about who one of the players that we want to draft he reminds me a lot of. But with him coming in, he is not he is not the coach for a player like Corey Littleton. So that kind of tells me that Corey is probably going to be definitely out of the Rams. But like I said, I think when he hits the free agent market, I think he's going to be overpriced. And I think that we have so many other needs, and there are so many other players out there that we could maybe get to, think of it this way, for the, what the price that we could pay for Littleton, we might be able to get 2 players. So, I mean, I would not mind the Giants going after and signing him, but I think his status right now is going to be up in the air only because of the fact, like I said, he is going to have a lot of bidders and a lot of suitors in the, in the upcoming free agency. So, but, it's neither here nor there. We will see exactly what happens. Free agency doesn't start till March. So we have some time before we need to worry about that. We got to worry about the draft. We got to worry about we got to worry about the combines. We got to worry about everything else. I mean, free agency is always before the draft and everything. But I'm going to say we got to take a look at the draft players as well. So, it's going to be an interesting free agency starting in March. Then we got the draft right around the corner after that. So I'm hoping, like I said, Gettleman. We just did a video the other day about Gettleman and his inability to lure certain types of impact free agents. When we have this much cap space, it's going to be dangerous to see who he signs because it's just, is he going to put us back in cap hell by getting us some bad signings, or is he going to knock him out of the park like he kind of does on his draft? So I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And thanks for listening. Oh, yeah. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, blah, 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 blah. Again, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you'd like to just watch or listen to the videos, I prefer that. Leave a comment and just leave an intelligent comment. Don't leave a comment where I have to delete it, because we don't delete comments, good or bad. If you agree with me or disagree with me, we leave all comments up. There are certain YouTube pages that delete their comments. We just leave them up. I only delete them if they're profane, not if they disagree with what I have to say. So, in that case, again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. Ring the bell, leave a comment, leave a like, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening.